to be watched for. Just quite a little sidestep. Now to util. Slaw being sent through. A bit of a jiggle peek, but that was a jump peek from Forsaken.
He's so aggressive.
Shot still being found, and yeah, Kanghang is going to be unrelenting with the positionings that he's taking. He's going to make sure that he's punishing you. You don't expect those risky plays. Though, these guys are on top of it all.
Yeah, already on the flank, managing to get past the trademark as well, and Kanghang's picking them off.
I mean, an absurd performance. Absolutely absurd performance. Bonus round going to be secured.
B. Of course, they only have pistols this round, but that's my point exemplified there. You just don't have the utility across such an open area. And I think that this is going to mean paperX heading through mid, through A lot in this half.
Yeah. It's a difficult map as well. There's a lot of tight corners you've got to be clearing out. Making sure that you use areas.
Another little element of this area of the map too. You can see as paperX try to pop in here, there's so many different trap plays that EDG could run. And once paperX push down, they can still get flanked through that mid to A connector.
Pivoting, but the trademark's still up. They're going to be aware of this one, assuming it doesn't get broken, but there we go. Oh, it gets off. Okay.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that's unlucky. That. Okay, still. Kanghang wishes to take a bit of a fight there, even against better judgment, a bit of a push through the smoke. Haodong getting away with 3 there. And Benkai though.
And you can already see the talent of these players. Benkai was thinking about unleashing the Nightfall. I think that would definitely have been a mistake. But so let's take a look. paperX, are they able to stop the bleeding here? All of their players up towards A main. Nightfall off the rip to start. Didn't catch nobody.
Flash over the top. Nobody's not supported with it though. It just about fades away. Still Smoggy wants to take the fight. In fact, they're being backed up. jinggg with the spray down. He's grabbing 2. Benkai eventually removing him from the fight, but a bit of timing. Game of cat and mouse around the smokes. Forsaken takes away Kanghang, removes him from the fight.
Iran. Still with 3 stars to play with, and Haodong, he's able to get the spray down through the box.
It's going to be one of his targets found. It's him versus Benkai though. Stars drop down.
That's a great smoke.
Yep.
Countered though.
If you can force, but he knows where the positioning is for both of them now. Seas is going to be grabbing onto it. Haodong has no audio cues in the mix. Quick little pop into the Astro form. It's going to be the smoke popped up now. Benkai playing so far back here. That's haunted to the back, trying to spray through this when he's already got half. Haodong's just going to be sticking this one, and he's got the round.
That's thinking about how their composition works. It's only Forsaken prodding towards mid, being that lurk player. Here comes Jing though with a showstopper, looking to try and clear things in.
Rocket in the mix.
What an amazing null command from Smoggy.
Yeah, completely. Just takes away the showstopper, and he still looks down the one angle at Art. Bit of a pop flash play as well, go around the corner. Might even be trying for seconds, but he bides his time. Bit of patient play now. He's managed to push back the offensive.
And EDG with a 4v3 situation.
Oh, the tether.
Information game. Just all of the info about where Devi is playing.
Look at him. Up top on the half
stuck.
wall. Devi's position is known. It has to jiggle it now. What a flick.
What is that?
Goodbye, Mind Freak. That's a slow field drop down, of course. Nerfed in the patch they were playing out of champs, but I mean, Kanghang's making the agent just look absolutely unbelievable still. Punished in the end, though. Slowly walking forward. There isn't going to be a swing just there. Damage! Oh, it's done. Resurrect is online. A bit of consideration before he lets it loose, but now down to that 2v1. Still time running low. An opportunity for Haodong if he does disrupt this, but no stars to pull off the plans.
He might have an amazing timing here. Can he get there in time? No, not quite.
Puts out one. Knows the other one's at default. But it's going to be this double face from paperX. What a difficult ask. The movement. It's a slight sidestep, a reload.
Look how well Haodong is playing with the wallbang here.
Just trying to make sure he gets those stray bullets off. If he gets even 1 kill. Smoke laid down, sprays it through. 9 left in the clip, but eventually shut down, and finally a round on the board here.
They don't look like it.
It's an excellent point. Should not have had much time at all.
EDG's economy under a ton of pressure. You can see that despite being 5-1 up, that single round that paperX have won has put EDG back onto a thrifty.
Look at these liberties, though, that are being taken with the Viper's Pit drop down in A main and all the information being gained. Kanghang's pushed so deep. They know that mid is relatively compromised here.
Smoggy making sure to get rid of the horn there, allowing Haodong to stay in his tough position.
The wall bangs! That's going to be the face, though.
But here comes Kanghang. all of this delay from the rest of the team allows him to get a timing.
Just making a bit of noise. That is going to be the kill picked up. Still, paperex are in control of this mid area. The spike just dropped down. It looks like they are starting to vacate back through mid. Still have control of it. Haven't broken the trademark just yet, but they know it's there. It's been in play for quite some time, and it's up to nobody to see if he can wrestle off a couple of shots. The angle's lost at the end of the day. What is that? A flick of the wrist, and Jing removed from the action. One way to punish him.
And now you get a chamber battle in mid. Forsaken with the tour de force. He reads the play from Kang, but can he read the second player coming from the same direction?
Favored in this fight, obviously, with the tour de force in his hands. Easily done.
And paperex easy pressure, and he has to rendezvous away.
We're being watched though by Mindfreak. Smart enough to back away. Still works his way into a bit of a deeper angle there off to the side. Being swarmed by multiple players. Kang anticipates it. Does not have any sort of rendezvous setup, but goes for the repeat. This guy is...
He's crazy.
Just insane. But now the util dump onto the A side. Players working their way through. The boombot, the crowd, the horn being broken down as well. It's going to be that 1-for-1 at the end of the day. Fight was being taken all over the place. Spike is still going to get planted now onto the A side. Forsaken making sure that just slight angle over the wall.
This is an aim-lapse workout.
One.
You're kidding me.
Another. The bullet's just being spammed out. Bit of distraction. No time for Howdong to work his way into the back of the site. Somehow gets away with two, but only just now is the wall being broken. Forsaken makes sure that he doesn't be, but it's up to Howdong. Kang will see what they can do. Teleport back. It is an off-ankle play. Howdong's lucky to get the one there.
Forsaken with an immediate trade. And now the question for Benkai is, do we pump the brakes or do we commit to this one?
Slow orbs being sent through. Not many bullets left in the chamber of that one. And that's going to be just a quick tip-tap there of the Vandal at play. Okay, sidestep with the movement there. They're going to be smoking off the trademark, but Mindfreak hears it.
He hears everything.
Knows exactly what's occurring. Does he expect a second player? The answer's no. And isolate one of the fights, but this crossfire that's being set up by paperex, that's hard to break through. And yeah, Forsaken's able to take contact. I was going to try and burn down a bit of the Viper's fuel, so that orb is going to be blocking him up at the choke point. Late lurk there through Art.
The question is, which do EDG commit to? Do they stop the sight hit or the lurk?
Forsaken's just going to be taking a fight right to them once more. The flank's going to be shut down. It's going to be a resurrect in play. Benkai's making sure that he shuts that down, holds it down still. It's going to be the spike. Has to get planted now with 11 seconds onto the clock, and Mindfreak was capable as well of watching just a deeper position that was being pushed up on.
Vice position given away, and Kang with the trade early.
Lovely shot as well.
And now some of that momentum taken away.
Pull, stars in play. Oh, it's an entire cluster of bodies are going to be met at the top side of B here. You can feel the utility just being tossed out to the side. Smoggy's in a world of hurt right now. They drop down to his feet, vulnerable on top of it, but nobody still with the Marshal in his hands, holding for a bit of a wide swing on top of it. This is particularly dangerous now.
All of these rounds end up coming down to the wire.
Right inside of the smoke.
With a Marshal.
I mean, up close. Forsaken is low enough now that the body shot might be enough for it. Spike planted. Mindfreak tries to take the fight as well. Down to that 1v1.
Jishu has the Viper's Pit to work with here too. Worried about Forsaken peeking in from that back elbow position. There goes the pit. How does Forsaken respond to this one? You want to try and get in the pit early if possible.
He has to, but just
face your fear.
Made an attempt. Okay, well, Nightfall's going to be coming through. That does force out the null command.
And there's still enough time here to just cancel.
Yeah, if they wait this out, Jing is going to have the showstopper, but this is an important fight to take. Kang! Are you going to be kidding? Tour de force, players dropping like flies, and they know that the position is contained. Finally, no suppression at play. A bit of an exchange there. Bullet for the rocket. It is that 1-for-1. Mindfreak. Oh, he's got a lot to do.
Howdong is still looking towards Secret. He's got the right read if only he commits.
And now onto the spike. It is the wrong read. Well, space needs to be gained, and it looks like it is that A split with the fragment off to the side, making sure nobody's inside that smoke. And
it's down to Benkai to see if he can grab somebody. Here comes Devi, super quick behind. Didn't check the back of the box.
30 seconds left.
Down to Mindfreak. Smoke on the one side of him. Trying to stay alive here. Benkai into the back as well. That's going to be util dumped into it. The nade to try and push them back. On top of that, the satchel. Spike's still not being planted. A fight. Oh, it needs to be taken. Forsaken with the operator. He doesn't want to overstep himself. Benkai's at the back of the side as well in secret. Just trying to deny it. And time is running so low now. Pinging it on the pre-fire angle. Fights are being taken. Benkai. But he just needs to spam this and he wins. He just needs to spam it and he wins. But he's...
That's going to force a rendezvous. Yeah. Not for Forsaken, though.
And he's still disrespecting it, still holding this angle. He was smoked off, but KangKang's just lurking all the way through. Tries to get the spray down for the 2K, but eventually he's going to be shut down. But it has pulled players from Paperex on the defensive side. Leaning over towards him. Almost trying to go for his plan. Benkai. Oh, the angle is there. Wants to take the fight, but the weaponry was just not ideal. I believe just a stinger in his hands. It's going to be this flank coming up into the top of B. There has to be a player watching this angle now, and then you have it. Not quite enough to find the kill, though, in a nade. Oh, that is impeccable. That is perfect, but he moves his crosshair away.
Jing thought he got the kill.
He just assumed he had it.
Whoa, what a kill from Smoggy. And that allows him to deny the Sage Wall as well.
Portion of it blocked off.
Maybe this is one of the rounds, but the trademark.
That's going to be the set play! The trademark, he gave Jing all the information. He double satcheled over the wall.
What a demonic set play.
You've got to be joking. And I gave all the information for the kill.
And Jing follows it up, taking out KangKang, removing the tip of the spear here, takes out nobody as well.
Clearly this pit. We'll just spam it out, you might get lucky.
140!
Stray bullets coming through, Chichudo, now he's repositioning, moving his way through, a tap of the spike. That's going to be, I believe, the pull to offset that. The back of their minds, they know that nobody's going to be onto this one, and still taking the fight once more. Another tap with the smoke in play, and what a clutch in the end of it.
With a Vandal inside the Viper. If they're able to put away this anti-eco,
flash over the top. The spam comes down with the Vandals. Paperex, they are going to be winning this one out. The reset at the end. Benkai, we need a bit of help surely from the rest of his team. Down to 15 health. And he is skipping and hopping away, but not quite. Warbang takes him out. 2v2 and a fast flank from Defy right behind them.
It's so quick. The Paperex players are flanking instantly on a map this large.
You don't anticipate it. You don't. Time has been played off, but he has slowed it down. He's not going to be taking the fight to them. Just wants to try and contain.
And a lot of discipline for Forsaken.
Yeah. Slight jiggle and a tap on that plan as well. They are looking to see if they can force out these angles. That is the one-for-one fight. Just being missed. The whip from the bullets, Chichu. Oh, he wins it. What an important round as well. Would have been map point.
It's EDG with a
fast play. Star still being dropped down. That's going to be a pull to disrupt it once more as they hit a plan, and that horde has not been dealt with. An easy spray down for Forsaken. The players lit up like a Christmas tree. Nobody's still trying to deal a bit of damage, though, in the midst of it. See if he can turn the tide of the fight. These smokes are causing a lot of issues for them. Another one popped up just to see. There's a gun in play. That's going to be picked up, and now they know the positioning, but works his way around. That's Jing again, causing all sorts of mischief in the play. Nobody sprays him. That's 4 kills in it for him now. 18 bullets, absolutely everything here. Right in their faces, a fight being taken, and of course your favorite there with a stinger. Bit of an exchange of weapons as well onto the ground. That's going to be an upgrade for Benkai. Tap of the spike, but time is running solo on top of this, and Forsaken, that tour de force from earlier.
That's
it's coming in handy. Spike dropped outside of the pit. You can pick it up, you can try and plant it, but your position, it is known. And 13-11. Not destroyed, you have to expect that somebody's pushed. When that goes down, kills are being found though, and yep, there you go, dealt with. We'll jump up there onto the box, gives KangKang the angle.
And if you were wondering at the beginning of this game, were Forsaken and Jing just going to run over EDG, there's EDG judging by how aggressive their players are.
Yeah, that's how they played.
But I think they're looking good here. They're just making sure that every advantage gets converted.
And it was said as well, before it was rumored, it was said in the interview that we saw prior as well, that EDG really did get tested as well by teams the likes of Exet Optic.
In scrims, yeah.
Yeah, pushed them to improve. They've made
another really good start to a match from EDG.
A cloudburst onto the recon. Does avoid all of that one and a dash back. But just before Forsaken collects that kill onto KangKang.
And it's still A aggression from Paperex, but it's much more proactive. Forsaken dropped down to 1 health.
Smoke's still being watched as well, just for that That mid approach.
And that was
playing there a lot.
Yeah, that was Howdon on the lurk. Last time he went up tube, this time underneath. And how does Smoggy and nobody play this?
Take flight.
That's the question.
Dangerous position to drone from.
They know at the bottom side of tube here. Nobody. Right through. Recon's gonna be really easy. Warbagged him. That's. Oh my goodness.
What a play.
And nobody has been elite in the online stage, but now a mighty task ahead of him. No bullets left. That Prowler just about latching on to his heels. 30 seconds remaining. Players are low.
30 seconds
Has
left.
to try and isolate a fight.
Enemy
Here's the
remaining.
footsteps. 10 seconds remaining.
Left.
No need for a headshot, but delivers it anyway.
Timing here. It's all about timing. Back to back. Where are the players playing up the ropes? I don't believe it. And a shot is found. An ace to clutch it through. Welcome to champs. A bit of that early aggression. Fast control of B-main. Orb going to be propped up. In fact, Mindfreak's even playing inside of this one. But Spam might do the trick on the half-buy here with the Stinger in play. Pops over the top of it. His orb is going down. He is isolated, but still gets away with it. Just the one on line. Forsaken's got the knives. How do you not get punished there? The wall over the top. This angle slightly ajar. It's going to be able to find this one, but now the Hunter's Fury to try and supplement it. Pushes it through. Nobody just pre-firing at all the different angles. And he gets the damage, creates the space. That late lurk from Howdong enough to secure off the wall. This is where Jing is in a lot of trouble. He's isolated. With shots like this, Kangang is leading the charge for his team.
He always is.
A bit of resin play though, a bit of disrespect being shown, but that's off the back of these footsteps that are being heard. Straight through mid now into orange. It's up to Mindfreak. What can he lock down? Is this angle going to be cleared? Updraft over the top. Information gathered. Not sure if he looked down or not, but he actually did spot out the one player. The discipline was there.
What a beautiful clear that was. I mean, that was so well played from Smoggy and Howdong, Howdong in particular. And now PaperX put in a horrible position to try and clear this. A crossfire in kitchen.
Just pinched on, isn't it?
Yeah, ripping them.
Pincer play.
Don't know whether that's quite a verb, but I like it.
Teleport's ready.
It's all down to Defiant for sake.
Okay, they will get away with a couple of the weapons, but
This economic damage that they're doing to EDG doesn't matter.
look at the bank.
The death from Devi is more important than any of it.
Got to suspect it. Got to know that the players are there. Indeed, the players obeyed. Forsaken. No Cloudburst in play. Can't cover his tracks.
Caught. Spike going down. All of the players from PaperX on the other side of the map as well. Howdong looking to pick people up.
Aggressive play is being made. The off angle though, what? You have got to be joking.
I mean, that is a really nice play.
Teleport's
Just
ready.
flooding players into Howdong there allows them to get rifles back.
Whoa!
Devi!
There's no way. There's no shot. You can't be whiffing this one. Still collects the kill. Down to Mindfreak.
He
Noise bait.
has a Viper's Pit.
Yeah. Suspected he might be at the top there with a bit of a tap there. Now onto the spike, but this is going to be the late lurk straight through into mid. That's Chichu. Watching all. The bit is dropped down though, so these angles are not going to be quite as clear. Jing wants to try and drop down into them anyway. Wants to take the fight, but somehow, some way, Howdong once more comes through.
That is a spectacular to watch over towards A, but multiple players. Was that just a spam through the smoke there? I mean, Benkai deleted.
And still pressure applied, but Gang. I mean, this guy just creates diamonds. You try and force the issue.
And he just goes for more, doesn't he?
Player standing.
Relentless aggression. Willing to play confidently.
Yeah, I mean, PaperX, FPX, these kind of teams. But there's Devi getting the better end out of Kankan as he goes for the widest swing with his attack operator. Perhaps this is the round where EDG might be getting a little overconfident, but listen, I can't blame them. They're 9-1 up currently.
Deploying drone.
And the res brings Kankan back online anyway.
Bodies
Puts him
containing-
back on the line.
Well, that's going to be a push down for a tube. Forsaken is dealt with.
And there's never a hole in this default. At least not one that PaperX can find. They exist on the map for sure, but it feels like EDG have a great read on where PaperX's players are going to try and challenge. Which areas of the map they're prodding and poking.
Bit of spam with the Vandal. Fearless man.
Yeah, and that's Howdong pinging out the position that Mindfreak is normally holding the smoke from. These players are learning through mid. Apart from Devi. But this has brought to a 3v2, where once again EDG have site control. And apart from a couple of rounds early on in the half, they've been able to manipulate these defenders so well to always being set up on the angles first.
Intelligent from Mindfreak to be able to catch the one player out, but some personal. Taking position into this. Howlong's pushing forwards. Jing should not really be favoured there. The fight's still being taken, but a nightfall on top of it, that's going to be pushing the players back and giving a bit of space now for Jing.
They know that Jing's behind. And Forsaken being able to win the jet battle has given his team a massive advantage. Are EDG going to go through a double push through the smoke? Just a single tap from Howdong, trying to trigger out some kind of response. But it's paperX with 2 rounds of shots being hit. That's absurd.
Yeah.
And the fact they're keeping it up, winning the duels against one of the best teams we have in the world. There's Smoggy getting a bit too aggressive without support, however.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a showcase, honestly, of maybe the gap with Life not playing. Because Smoggy was out in the open there. There was no one covering that belt angle. Chichu does not play here. Well, the Horn spotted him, and the Seas on top of it. Latches him in position, and it's set up Forsaken beautifully. 2 kills to open it up now.
Uh-oh.
Last player standing.
Playing weave inside that Viper's orb.
And that could have been an opportunity had Howdong found 2. But left to Kankan. Not going to happen.
One for his troubles.
Already Kankan on the push though.
Hey, oh my goodness. Coverage needs to be in play. You don't want to be using that weapon.
Yeah, good luck being able to execute the flank with the shorty now. Headhunter bullets expended. What? What? I don't think Devi intended to go for that one.
Yeah, that's an unusual one. Still, you're going to be able to get space. Gained onto that A side, but they have handed over the weaponry, at least exchanged here and there. No more rifle taken out of the hands of him.
No charges.
And it looks like a position where Jing should get punished, heading towards A right now. And it is such an aggro setup from EDG.
What face from EDG? Kanga takes the fight, nobody's trying to bail him out, but at least there is the swing. Forsaken's able to trade it, but you never expect the follow-up. Smoggy's still up top on belt, all the knives expended. Forsaken's just trying to get the hell out of there.
2 players up. Jing, if you that was Jing that we were watching, it's Forsaken, of course.
He's managed to grab the spike. He's after this fight, he's being taken! Bit of run and gun in play. Head on. Side. That's a knives in play.
Fearless.
Impeccable crosshair placement from Smoggy.
And absolutely fearless. I mean, just not worried about Forsaken running into him there at all.
Just anticipating the wide swing as well.
And that's a first death. paperX cannot afford it. They need 7 rounds in a row clean.
The res, but it's so far out in the open. They're walling for it.
Oh!
Breaks a portion. Brutal! But the spam is there. There is going to be coverage in play. Recon against the side. They heard the drop. Mindfreak's going to be closer towards me. It's going to be that double swing now. paperX have to be clean with the fundamentals. Have to be clean with the gunplay. They are coming out at least on top of that one short engagement. There's still a minute left. They could pump the brakes if they wanted to, but it looks like they're opting to just try and take the fight right into the barrel of Kang. And he's pushing back up, re-clearing into the position. 2 of the players left standing. All of these liberties being taken. This could be it, the final blow. And it's just down to the singular player. Devi cannot stand up against it. Map number 3. Here comes the push attempt though. So much on the line here for Benkai to try and do some work, but there's a paranoia in his face, an aftershock at that. He wants to try and weave and play
Flash from heaven.
Inside of this one. Flash through's got another players are down and out, surely. It's going to be dealt with. Another device up there, but timing is everything. A quick maneuver around the smoke, but that's an instantaneous trade.
And unfortunately, with Spectre in hand, Benkai, the Cypher setup is still not here.
Trying to play inside their own smoke as well. The flashes pushing into the back there with the Prowler, and that's an aftershock. Jing trying to make the moves again. Did he expect this 3rd player at the back of the site? The answer is yes.
Perfect. Just really nicely done from EDG. Oh, and Devi completely caught. With utility in his hands, Benkai simply going to run away.
Yeah, you're not getting away.
And getting chased down.
That's what I mean. Not going to be letting them get away with a rifle, and even with aftershock. 2nd round in a row. Forsaken tries to evacuate, but Dash, they're just catching him again. Over and over again.
These last couple of rounds, paperX has been made to look as if
try and fight over, you know, short and long, but
yeah,
it's nothing really that's being changed up. Like you said, no poking for the setups.
It's just default Valorant gameplay on Haven with this comp.
And that's what it comes down to, I think. When you're up against the Reina as well, it's pure ego. It's a decision being made by paperX, I think, to say that we will be winning these fights against you.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the game plan is clear. The last time that we watched paperX play with this Jet Reina comp, they're trying to avoid utility and still set up Forsaken and Jing to take fights. The idea being, you know, even with a Prowler in your face, as Reina or Jet, you can take that fight and then dash away. Time that EDG have gone for mid control.
That is so risky.
It really is, from both players actually, jumping onto the line.
Benka's got a difficult task ahead of him. That paranoia pushes him back. A couple of straight bullets. Now the Cam spots the positioning. He knows the amount of players that are going to be lurking and making their way now onto C site. Can the players lock it down? Swam onto the angle, a wider swing, Jing. That's going to be 2. Returns it back. The timing is everything. The Seekers, they give them exactly what they needed. They know that the last 2 players of Edward Gaming are going to be now sitting on the C site.
Howdong with his ultimate here, if they can give the spike and they swap
They're
it
so
over.
low.
The spike now onto the Omen, who fakes the plant and can ult over to A. Ah, Chichu though, he ends up going down, Forsaken with the operator flank. Not quite expected.
Disjoint this one. Teleport to the back of the side. Benkai, his information is revealed right into the trap wire. You're revealed. Locked down, Mind Freak swinging through, 3 kills. And now 2 left standing. Chichu and nobody. The close corner. It's going to be the dash enabled and the blade still running forward. And a quick little jiggle of the movement. Even a dismiss on top of it, dashing right into the face.
Side of the map. Using a flash to realize that there's somebody in grass.
Prowler. Now the operator is in play. They know this one. Sees is actually latched onto. Forsaken on top of it. Haunt into the corner.
No way.
Make sure he's actually repushing right into the angle. How do you get away with it? How?
Oh, that should never work. And Forsaken goes for it, goes 1 for 1. Is that beneficial though? Benkai still has his setup over on A. Just gonna leave Jing with that Cypher utility.
Destroy the trap wire. Smoke going up onto the connector. Now
left.
Spike. Start to be planted.
Spike planted.
Bit of spam.
Oh! Take on their own.
This reflank is everything. Cosmic Divide is going to be splitting up. And of course, there's going to be aggression there, but genuinely matches it. Pound for pound! Bit of whiffage. Now the knives come out into play. Information going to be revealed, but the knives still once more, one after another, down to the 1v1. A right click, not enough. No knives really finding their mark, and a tap on a spike. Mind Freak, cool, calm, and collected.
Make Forsaken and Jing more aggressive. Here comes the Nightfall.
Yeah. A lot being dumped into this one now, even the updraft over the top. That's going to be the trap wire though. That reveals the positioning of Kang. The counter spam is there, but again, Benkai setups are just far too clean, man.
No way.
Far too clean. Everyone revealed to him.
And with Kang down, Jing now gets the flank off. The trademark disabled. Jing is so deep into A, and Benkai continues to taunt them.
Yeah. Camera just tagging a couple of players. Off to the back of the side, Jing. I don't know if you deserve that one, but that is the prime.
Big value out of the Jet Reina here.
Fight immediately taken. That's that confidence. It's the ego in play. Divide maybe just overstepping himself though.
Yeah, not a fan of that re-peek from Divide because Jing was so far away. Had Jing stayed to fight, that would have made more sense. But Jing is Jing at the end of the day. He's still going to be able to pick up another.
Caution to the wind. This guy, isn't it? Still going for these pushes, man. This is what you got to be careful of.
You do not want to give EDG an opportunity back in. To the round, to the half, to the map.
Star drop down, it's going to be the smoke. That was actually just a pullback. Mind Freak just wants to
Such an
anchor inside
aggressive
of his own
position.
smoke. Yeah, I mean,
So
he's avoided this
dangerous.
horde though, and nobody is looking towards him.
Spike down.
Amazing timing with that one. Kang does at least grab the trade, the return, finds the other one. Even time for a bit of a spray in between, weaving that one in and out of the shots.
And Benkai is in a really rough spot right now.
This round, Josh, should not have been close.
No, it shouldn't at all.
30
And
seconds
paperX
left.
have made enough mistakes. And Kang's hit enough nice shots that it comes down to a 1v1. Benkai looking at garage.
No way. He knows the position. Okay.
That's a good clutch by Benkai. Yeah. Honestly, I thought Kang was going to be able to get that one.
Knew the positioning.
Oh.
He's just taking the sweet time of it.
Oh no, the disrespect. Oh, it's such a great combination.
Nice anti-flash position being played by nobody. Devi is punished.
Devi was just flashing off the back of the Prowler. And both attempts at paper-rex of getting aggressive shut down by EDG. What a pick by nobody!
Eventually, though, got to shut that guy down. So the trade is there for Forsaken, but the setup is being taken out. Forsaken, operator, cloud burst, blocks the angle. There is just ever so slightly it is there, and he just sees an elbow, but that is enough.
Forsaken was missing a lot of those op shots. But that connection gives him an opportunity back in the round. No way you're going for this one.
One bullet in the operator. Rolling Thunder pushes them back. Paranoia up top. Maybe they heard him. Up into heaven there. Even the aftershock. Okay. Jumping, hopping around the corner, staying safe for the time being because they know that the time pressure right now is on paper-rex to make the moves. You can see them jumping forward. Smoggy deals with it. I think they've shown good adaptations. Angle being watched, but again, it's another approach over towards C, another heavy execute into it, a bit of spam into the smoke. Cleverage just holding it, only with a shorty. Expecting maybe a player to step within his field of vision. But no, pure discipline in play, but now they have to deal with Jing. This guy looking like a final boss. AC 130 from above. Forsaken was there with the knives and updrafting, but they do deal with him in the end. And that's that 5th round for Edward. Being given so much space. Flash, cloudburst off to the side, even the Lear as well, making sure every angle is watched for.
But it's a different approach to the defense, right? EDG's composition much better on the retakes. And they've saved, you know, Paranoia, 2 flashes, fault line, still a lot of utility to be worked with. So it is an option, whereas it wasn't for paper-rex.
Starting to see that util now come through. Fault line, Paranoia, dash forwards through, and the plays are being made. Nobody secures 2, but nobody has dealt with Jing. Eventually, he will go down now. And 2v2, Smoke just causing a slight sight line. The timing is so good, and a flick of the wrist from Mindfreak. Only the Spectre left down to it. The pressure, the time, it's on the shoulders of Chichu. He needs to try and get onto this spike to get that defuse online.
He's just got a smoke back. That could be the answer.
There's no time cues though, there's no time at all to work with. In fact, Obsta just saved the rifle. He knows that there's nothing to play for now, and Benkai's done his job.
And that is heartbreaking. When you get to that spot and you realize you've got
Spuds, heads being ripped off one after another. You can see the attempt from Edward Gaming. They know that they have to try and fight them. But everything that they've got, sprayed down, a bit of a stare down.
You're popping knives!
Popping the knives, why not?
To get the ace.
Sure, confidence is there. Even a Trailblazer, they want to set him up to succeed. It's all about it, isn't it? The right click misses, Jing just takes it anyway.
Jing stole the ace!
And, I mean, the pause in the character model says it all. And this round is the backbreaker. Kang though with an opening.
Not a very good jiggle peek by Forsaken.
No,
Kang's offered 2.
Still want to take the fight. Jumping across that angle. Jing does eventually remove Kang. This guy's been a thorn in their sides throughout this series.
Hubris.
Smoke. Even a team flash. Okay.
Yeah, things looking very sloppy here for paper-rex in this round.
Paranoia to push them back. Flash though, supplements it. Now a dismiss, but he's right. In a line of sight once more. That reflank coming into the back, and in a critical round, vital one at that for Edward Gaming to take away and win when they invested all their money into it.
That one way.
Seekers removed. Just quick scopes it. Chichu's there ready and waiting. That's the Paranoia as well to help that swing out.
And I was talking about sloppiness from paper-rex.
Can't really just lock this down on his Losum.
And these are rounds where you don't want to do stuff like burn the Rolling Thunder, you know? It's possible that they could just win the round without ulting, but you kind of want to save that for situations that aren't 5v3s.
I do like this angle though from Smoggy. Even that fault line to help him out. I think that might have been a repeat. There was a flash to push that one back. Still that cage. Just try and cut up one of the angles. Trailblazer goes down. Smoggy has not been dealt with. Slight reposition, a spray down through the cloud burst. Spike down on the ground, and enough players from Edward Gaming to collect that Prime Gaming flawless once more.
And nobody pushing all the way up to this close
so much space being gained.
There is a cam.
A triple push, but now the Nightfall, they want to try and fight this one, but the Nightfall is not catching onto anyone. Fight still being taken. That's Mindfreak all the way into the back, and the angle is watched.
And this retake setup is not looking particularly great here. They don't know where Mindfreak is. There's players behind as well, but Forsaken's reading the game very nicely.
Yeah, they've dealt with this one. Great amounts of discipline.
EDG.
Still though, you don't want to lose your grip on this round. Not when it was handed to you. A slight Slight jiggle there of the movement. Nobody has been baiting these shots impeccably. But now this late lurk that's coming through is everything from Mindfreak. He needs to get value out of this one, but he hasn't spotted it. Maybe just the cape. But he knows the players are pushing up. It's down now to Chichu.
And this one he can go for.
Flying back around. He's aware of this one. Flick to the side. Not enough. The shot does not find his
cap.
This is aggressive though.
It's a double op setup here that EDG are running. And I don't think paperex have enough utility to be able to push both operators away. They've just got to hope that, you know, Kangkang remains static over here on C. If Kangkang starts roaming around as well as Smoggy, paperex might be in a bit of trouble.
Cam just being used to clear close, but not really expecting, I think, that the players could be there. And still, you can see this is just still leaning, and a recall of the smoke. It sets up Forsaken. That's a great angle. I think Smoggy was just obviously unaware in terms of which way he should place that crosshair placement, but now we're seeing a B hit. This hasn't been done much by paperex on our attack sides, but it could be the final blow, that killing blow that they need to take the series. Quick tap of it. That does force out the aftershock. Overheat, maybe a bit of pressure being applied to both of these players. The quick shot! Okay, why not? Wide swing from Jing to return fire from an opposite side of the map. But now with that Cosmic Divide split across, they know that the play is happening towards A.
There's a Rolling Thunder here that should just block the plant from going down entirely.
Not going to be able to get this one off. They need to find the kills. Flash over the top. That's going to be Jing finding it, but they still need to get the spike down. And they've just about stuck it, but now they deny it. Swing from Jing. Can't get the second.
And EDG able
the most. Fast approach. Aggression is the name of the game, and a flash over the top. How long just left like a sitting duck at the back of the side. Forsaken. Relentless with the play. The Bladestorm in his hands. Sky, a weapon of death.
And it's a 5v3 for paperex to close things out and move forwards in the group. Smoggy with Bladestorm of his own. Can he find any sort of value here? It's a brutal crossfire, breaks it with the cloudburst.
It's the one, but the re-swing is there at the end of the day, and it's just down to Kangkang. This is it, surely. One shot found, 2 players remaining, 3 players remaining, excuse me. Drops down to the floor, and not enough, just can't quite reset the aim. The 13th round secures it and seals the deal for the opening match.